Good morning. Today is Thursday, March 10th, and it is a Green Day. A reminder that tomorrow will be a variety day to support Ukraine. The cost is $1. Please dress down and support this important cause. Seniors, please check your SCJ Labs account for an important email regarding the yearbook dedication and the senior bequeaths. For the dedication, please choose one current faculty or staff member that you feel has been especially important to you and your classmates and should be honored with the yearbook dedication. For the bequeaths, please choose one item to leave to an underclassman. Some ideas are: Jane Smith leaves her soccer skills to her younger brother, Joe Smith, or Amanda Martin leaves her cafe debt to Bill Russell. Dedications are due by Thursday, March 17th, and the bequeaths are due by Wednesday, March 23rd. Attention international students. Any student wanting to take the April 9th TOEFL must register by March 17th. Email Mrs. McCaffrey at mmccaffrey@scjlabs.com or stop by the guidance office to register. Academy Theater will be holding open auditions for Mamma Mia today at 4 p.m. in the Black Box. Sign-ups start at 3:30 p.m. Check the Academy Theater Canvas page, stop by the Black Box, or email Mr. Walker for more information. Have you gotten your team together for the Dodgeball Tournament tomorrow? If not, grab some friends and sign up in the Campus Life office. It's $10 for a team of 6. Have some fun while knocking out Alzheimer's. Congratulations to Jenny Lee and Hanson Tsai. Both have qualified for the MathCon finals in Chicago, Illinois on April 30th, 2022. Great job to all that competed in this challenging competition. Congratulations. Starting this week, Chef B's culinary arts classes will be selling baked goods in the cafe on Wednesday and Thursday each week. Stop in to see what your friends in culinary arts have made for you to treat yourself. For everyone that is going ice climbing this Sunday, there is a mandatory meeting in Mr. Weiss's room right after school on Friday at 12:10. If you have not picked up a liability form from Mr. Weiss, you should do that after school today. This week, you've already heard about the many reasons to buy an SJA March Madness bracket. The chance to win Duncan for your advisory, donate money to a charity of your choice, as well as achieve the legacy of being the Academy's first ever March Madness bracket champion. Well, we have one more for you. The UVM's men's Catamounts are on their way to representing Vermont in the tournament. According to NBC, quote, "They just have to avoid an upset before they square off," end quote. In March Madness of 2005, our very own Vermont team, led by Academy alum Taylor Coppenrath, upset Syracuse, one of the best teams on the East Coast at that time. Join in on the fun and maybe get a chance to root for Vermont again by choosing them on your bracket. A reminder that brackets are $3 each or $5 for two. See you in the dining hall at your lunch block. Due to a faculty meeting, the Debate and Discussion Club will not meet today. We will meet again next week. There will be no Palm Dance Club meeting today. Ms. Carr will see everyone next Thursday. Attention Hispanic students. Spanish Club will meet next Tuesday, March 15th at 3:30 in Profe Orozco's classroom, Newell Hall 21, to prepare for the Hispanic Festival. Writer's Block will not meet today. See you all next week. Happy birthday today to Brian Asham and Chloe Olschweiger. Happy birthday. Have a great day.
Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. Happy Thursday. We have one late announcement today. Congratulations to the girls varsity basketball team for an outstanding season. The team battled every day, ending with an overall season record of 10 wins and 7 losses. That earned them the number 5 seed for the Vermont State Division I tournament. They advanced to the quarterfinals in that tournament. Additional congratulations go out to some individual members of the team. Kyra Rutledge has been selected to play in the North-South All-Star Game. Hayden Wilkins earned second team honors for All Metro and was selected to Vermont's Dream Dozen as an underclassman. And Cassidy Kittredge earned honorable mention honors in the Metro League as well. These awards are earned by coaches' votes from around the state, recognizing outstanding contributions by individual team members. Congratulations to Kyra, Hayden, Cassidy, and also the entire girls basketball team. Congratulations. And we have quite a busy chapel this morning, so without further ado, I'll announce Mrs. McKenzie for Poetry Out Loud.
Good morning, everyone. We're here to celebrate Poetry Out Loud again, but before I do that, before I welcome Madison Wilson back up to the stage, I just want to let you all know that her name was inadvertently left off of the list yesterday in the celebration for the students who have achieved scholastic awards in arts and writing. And Madison won a Gold Key Award in the memoir division of writing, which is hugely significant, and she was down for the awards ceremony and was able to read her work in Brattleboro last weekend. So let's give her a huge round of applause for that achievement. And she will be finding out with other Gold Key members if she has been selected for the national round of competition. Those students are invited to Carnegie Hall in New York to celebrate their work. So now I'm going to ask Madison to come up to the stage in a moment here. She is going to be reading her third and final poem to you for the Poetry Out Loud competition, which is taking place in Barrie at the Opera House on Monday. And so this is the state round before proceeding the national round of competition. And we wish her the best of luck as she recites her two poems. So now I'll welcome Madison to the stage. Thank you.
A Country Boy in Winter by Oren Jewett. The wind may blow the snow about, for all I care, says Jack. And I don't mind how cold it grows, for then the ice won't crack. Old folks may shiver all day long, but I shall never freeze. What cares a jolly boy like me for winter days like these? Far down the long snow-covered hills, it is such fun to coast. So clear the road, the fastest lead there is in school, I boast. The paint is pretty well worn off, but then I take the lead. A dandy sled's a loiterer, and I go in for speed. When I go home at supper time, but my cheeks are red. They burn and sting like anything. I'm cross until I'm fed. You ought to see the biscuit go, I am so hungry then. And old Aunt Polly says that boys eat twice as much as men. There's always something I can do to pass the time away. The dark comes quick in wintertime, a short and stormy day. And when I give my mind to it, it's just as Father says. I almost do a man's work now and help him many ways. I shall be glad when I grow up and get all through with school. I'll show them by and by that I was not meant for a fool. I'll take the crops off this old farm. I'll do the best I can. A jolly boy like me won't be a dolt when he's a man. I like to hear the old horse neigh, just as I come in sight. The oxen poke me with their horns to get their hay at night. Somehow, the creatures seem like friends and like to see me come. Some fellows talk about New York, but I shall stay at home. Thank you.
And now I would like to invite Coach McCarthy and the captains of the gymnastics team to the stage, please.
Good morning. I wish I could see you. I know many of you here as your kindergarten teacher. Some of you I know as neighbors and friends or your art teacher, but I'm here today as the gymnastics coach for St. Johnsbury Academy. Anna, Sabrina, and Lizzie led the team in a fantastic 9-win, 1-loss season and to second place at states. The competition was strong, and these 3 leaders were determined to earn a spot on the podium at states their senior year, a feat that hasn't happened for 14 years, my very first year coaching here. They considered what other teams were scoring, determined what they and their teammates needed to do, and got to work. These student athletes know what it means to fall and get back up, literally and figuratively. They understand dedication, determination, and perseverance, and they lead their team with joy, grace, and encouragement. All life skills they can carry with them into the wider world. I couldn't be prouder of these 3 captains and their teammates and what they accomplished this season.
Hi, I'm Anna Cushing, and I am here to speak today about the Gymnastics State Championship meet on February 19th in Essex. Both Lizzie Jones and myself earned a few individual award placings. Lizzie was awarded 2nd on bars, 3rd on vault, and took the 2nd all-around state title, and I was awarded 5th on floor, 4th on vault, and 9th all-around. We had strong performances and season bests, also by seniors Sabrina Lamar, freshman Zoe Glensbrush, and junior Aniela Thompson. As a team, it was one of the best meets all season, and we received the state runner-up. On behalf of the 2021-2022 gymnastics team, we would like to present this plaque to the school.
Let's give these young women and their coach another round of applause. Outstanding. And now I would like to close chapel with Mr. Oren, who will speak to us about the situation in Ukraine. Mr. Oren. Let's see, there we go. Want the sign right away? Do you want the sign right away?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we coming? Yeah, it's warming up.
Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. Behind me is a map of Eastern Europe. In the middle of the map is Ukraine, a country of over 40 million people. To its north, east, and technically to its south is Russia. As you know, tomorrow's Variety Day is raising money to help the Ukrainian people who have been robbed of peace by Russia's invasion of their homeland. Currently, there are over 2 million Ukrainians who have become refugees, leaving their homes and their families in order to protect themselves and their children. Certainly, hundreds of Ukrainian civilians have died so far. Yesterday, the maternity ward of a hospital was struck. And of course, thousands of soldiers have died on both sides. With the exception of Russia's invasion of Georgia in 2008, this is the first invasion of one European country by another European country since 1968. Europe has been at peace for a long time, thanks in part to the support of the United States. During the Cold War, when democracies were in a long struggle against communist countries, the United States helped guarantee the security of Europe's democracies. Since the end of the Cold War, the United States has continued to work with its European allies and has even agreed to guarantee the security of former rivals in Eastern Europe. Now this peace has been shattered. Russia has invaded a country that posed it no serious threat. Russia has claimed that Ukraine is led by fascists and Nazis or even drug addicts. It has also claimed that Ukraine was committing genocide by murdering ethnic Russians. While Ukraine is certainly a country with problems and challenges, just like every other country, it is not fascist. It has not been killing ethnic Russians. Indeed, its president is a Jewish man whose mother tongue is Russian. The real sin that the Russian government despises is this: Ukraine is a budding democracy. It's a democracy whose people have repeatedly acted upon their ardent desire to join Europe's two most significant alliances. It wants to join NATO, which is a defensive military alliance led by the United States. And it wants to join the European Union, which is a political and economic union of Europe's democracies. The prospect of another successful democracy on Russia's borders scares Russian President Putin because it would make him and his corrupt, authoritarian government look even worse than they already do. Should a major power such as Russia have the right to tell a smaller country how to conduct its affairs? Some say it should. It is true that the NATO alliance has expanded from Western Europe right up to Russia's borders. We can see that here in this slide. The dark blue countries are NATO countries, again led by the United States. The red countries, the biggest one there is Russia on the far right, and in the middle are a series of East European countries that were effectively forced by then the Soviet Union to join their communist alliance. That's 1989. Now we can see these light blue countries that represent NATO have indeed pushed right up to Russia's doorstep. And Ukraine would be another possible move for NATO, although it has not happened and has not been said that it would happen. So, while some say that it's true that NATO has expanded and moved forward, let's be clear. Those new members of NATO in Eastern Europe who have wanted to join, they joined NATO out of their choice, and they joined because they fear Russia. So does NATO's expansion and Ukraine's wish to join it give Russia the right to assault Ukraine and its people? I think not. How can Russia do this? First, let's be clear. This is not a war that the Russian people chose. It appears that even Russia's soldiers did not understand that this war was imminent, and they certainly didn't have honest information about why they were going into Ukraine. There is also evidence to suggest that even many senior advisors in the Russian government did not want this war, didn't think it was a good idea, and didn't actually think it was really going to happen. This war has been brought upon Ukraine by one man, and that's Russian President Vladimir Putin. What exactly has motivated him to roll the dice with this invasion, and what exactly he wants to achieve with it, are not completely clear. What is clear is that this invasion is not going as he had hoped. The Ukrainians are putting up a very stiff resistance. Meanwhile, the United States and its European allies, while staying out of direct conflict with Russian forces, are nevertheless surprisingly united and surprisingly willing to sacrifice in order to aid the Ukrainians by sending them military hardware and also by imposing economic sanctions to try to force Putin to call an end to this war. There are many reasons why this war is a big deal. I'm going to emphasize, above all, just one reason that stands out to me, a reason that hopefully resonates with you as well. This is a war about democracy. Over the past 20 years, Russia has slowly become less and less democratic. President Putin has slowly stamped out all significant political opposition, killing and intimidating his opponents. Free speech in Russia is increasingly under threat. Journalists that report things that displease the government are also intimidated. A couple days ago, a law was passed in Russia that made it illegal to criticize the military and the war, or even to call it a war. And those Russians who have not been misled by the state's propaganda apparatus, so far some 13,000 of them have been arrested and detained in jails and prisons, just for expressing their views in public. Putin is arguably a dictator. It is only with such power that one person can launch a war of this magnitude. In a democracy, a powerful leader can, if the people wish it, usually be stopped because no one individual has all the power. A free press, an empowered citizenry, and a respected constitutional order that distributes power throughout the government all make it very hard for one person to launch a war. History shows, though, that dictatorships often lead to murder and war. In threatening Ukraine's government, Putin is making all democracies less secure. If he succeeds, he will prove that might makes right. That is not good for Ukraine, it is not good for the United States, and there are many other countries in the world that would rather not have to bend to the will of their stronger, bigger neighbors. So as we watch the brave people of Ukraine offer up their lives to fight for free speech, let's be thankful for what we do have. While our democracy has gone through some rough patches, we have a democratically elected government. We have laws that even our presidents cannot disregard. We have a free press that, for all of its imperfections, still offers various perspectives and certainly has no fear of challenging the government or any other powers. Finally, we have the right to gather and to protest. If we believe something is wrong, we can take to the streets and make sure our voices are heard. These are the rights that make democracies like ours and those in Europe and elsewhere special. Joining the community of such democracies is what Ukraine wants. It is a crime that it cannot freely do so. I have one final point to note. I have focused my criticism on Russian President Putin and the Russian government. I have purposely avoided criticizing the Russian people. While there are certainly Russians who support their country's so-called special military operation, we should recognize that Russians are like any other people in the world. They love their country, and they want to make the world a better place. The Academy has been home to many brilliant and lovely Russians over the years, and we value their membership in our school community. Some Russians have been misled to believe Ukraine's government was evil. Others know this war is wrong and have protested knowing that they'll be arrested. Recently, back here in the United States, I heard that people in the New York City area have stopped going to Russian restaurants. The owners of these restaurants are Russian Americans. Probably most of them are as horrified by this war as we are. Certainly, none of them are to blame for this war. Their allegiances lie with the United States, not with Putin. What's more, some of these Russian restaurants are owned by Ukrainian Americans. What an irony that they are being boycotted. This war has taken a terrible toll on people. Let's not add to the misery by developing new hatreds. At the very least, I hope you will be mindful that Ukrainians are reminding us to be grateful for our democracy and our liberties. Let's renew our love of and commitment to democracy here in America and around the world, and especially in Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oren. So you might have noticed I'm wearing yellow and blue. This is the colors of the flag of Ukraine. And a reminder, tomorrow's Variety Day to raise money to support efforts to help the Ukrainian people. So if you so wish, wear yellow and blue tomorrow during Variety Day. Have a good day.